think we have to move it over.
Okay, you guys?
And when I lifted up the carpet,
I do remember that. Whoa.
Guess what? Yesterday I had to go to another retirement party.
What? You went to another retirement party yesterday?
Yeah.
So you're here for Michael's retirement party
And then my daddy's doctor's retirement.
Oh, and your daddy's doctor's retirement party too. Wow. That doesn't happen very often. Wow, yeah. You must have had lots of partying yesterday. So some of... Now you're tired out, no doubt. Yeah. So some of us were here last night, and and we did have a party here last night because Michael is retiring this year, so he's not going to be leading worship with us. Hopefully they'll come to church sometimes.
And stay for coffee.
And stay for coffee, yes. And so we're hopeful for that. But we just want to recognize that he won't be working here the same way anymore.
I miss him.
I'm going to miss him too. Yeah, he's funny.
Dancing with that thing on his neck.
I know he's kind of a little funny when he's dancing. So, but I want to ask a kind of strange question. Do you think Jesus was funny? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, I kind of think so too, that Jesus maybe had a sense of humor. Like, it's funny though, like in the Bible, there aren't like a lot of jokes that Jesus told. Like there's no, like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side kind of thing. There's no real jokes written in the Bible, but there's some funny things that happen with Jesus.
What?
Well, my favorite story about Jesus is there's this guy named Zacchaeus, and it says that Zacchaeus, actually, it's kind of funny, because in the Bible, it either says that Zacchaeus was very short, and so he couldn't see Jesus over the crowds, but actually in the original language that the Bible was written in, you can't tell if it's meant that Zacchaeus was very short or Jesus was very short. So either Jesus was a very short man or Zacchaeus was. Anyhow, it would be funny to think that Jesus was like really short, wasn't it? But anyhow, so Zacchaeus couldn't see Jesus because all the people in the crowd were taller than him. So he climbed up in a tree and was looking down on Jesus and listening to what Jesus was saying. He wanted to see Jesus. And Jesus was talking to the crowds and teaching like he always did. And then he looks up and says, "Oh, hi there, Zacchaeus. Do you want to have lunch with me today?" And Zacchaeus is like, "Oh, hi." I don't imagine that he really wanted Jesus to pay attention to him while he was in the middle of the tree, because he was a grown-up, and grown-ups usually aren't supposed to climb trees, but he said,
Grown-ups are like this tall.
yeah, well, not Zacchaeus, he wasn't that tall. So he said, okay, you can come to my house. So they went and had lunch at Zacchaeus' house that day. But I think that was kind of funny, Jesus just looking up and saying, "Hi, you up there in the tree? Do you..." Yeah, exactly. "I want to have lunch at your house today." And sometimes I think that Jesus had a sense of humor. Sometimes we don't see a lot of pictures of Jesus where he's laughing, but there's a minister in the United Church, and he thought, well, there should be a picture of Jesus laughing. And so he drew one. And this is, you could think that Jesus was actually crying in this picture, but it's a picture of Jesus laughing so hard
That he looks like he's crying.
that he looks like he's crying, like, ah! So yeah, this is a picture that this person drew of Jesus laughing because he thought that Jesus had a sense of humor. And I think that Jesus probably does have a sense of humor, and that
You have a sense of humor.
I have a sense of humor too.
On your bow ties.
I know, because I was talking about Jesus being funny, I had to wear my Oscar the Grouch tie today. Even though I don't think I'm being very grouchy today. But I want I wanted to talk about us having a lot of fun last night and about how Jesus has fun with us too. So now we're going to go downstairs, and we've got another special guest with us today. I know. And we're going to do a craft, and we're going to hear about some of the things that she does.